my baby, my Valentine, yeah. Boy, now you done making my temperature dead rise. If you leave me, I go die, I swear. You are like the...
Hi guys, my name is Matikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So what I like about General Lishebane is that he's not a man who is easily scared. He's not a man who is not going to mince his words just because he's in a court of law. As long as he's not rude, as long as he's not swearing at anyone, he does not see any issues. So what started as a simple cross-examination turned into a direct confrontation between a general and the state, and by the end of it, a warning was issued in open court. We are inside the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. The state, led by Advocate George Baloyi, is doing what prosecutors do best: tighten the net. Tightening the net. Short questions, precise wording, no room to escape. And sitting in the witness box, a general who is not willing to be boxed in. Baloyi steps in there. General, can we ask for your cooperation? Restrict yourself to the question. That right there that's not just a request, that's control. Because in cross-examination, the state leads, the witness follows, answers must be direct. But the general is like, he refuses point blank. He responds, there is a way, I must explain. That's the first crack, because now this is no longer just questioning, this is resistance from General. And mind you, why General is resisting, it's because Baloyi was with General and they had a consultation and a lot of things happened there, which General is outing, and Baloyi is not willing for those things to be said inside the courtroom. Now, then comes the real question: precise, calculated, supposedly dangerous by Baloyi. In your statement, you do not refer to this 2020 incident. Do you agree? This is how cases turn, not with shouting, not with emotion, but with what is missing on paper, supposedly. Because if it's not on the statement, the court must ask, why is it appearing now? However, the general doesn't say yes. He doesn't say no. Instead, he says, it's not implicit. I told you in consultation. That answer does something very important. It avoids contradictions, but it doesn't escape it per se, because in law, consultation is not evidence that we know. Statements are. Now, the courtroom starts shifting. The prosecutor is trying to lock the witness in. The witness is trying to break out. And in the middle of it all, we have Judge Rata who's sitting there watching the witness. Whatever Judge Rata is thinking, maybe he's thinking this one is not answering questions, but pushing back against the system itself. What's happening here? And then it happens, the general says to Baloyi, this is what was one of the things that were interesting yesterday. One day, even if I told you, Baloyi, one day, even if after 10 years, the truth will come out. He said, I told you when we were in consultation that one day the truth, Zungu will tell the truth, and when that happens, you will faint. And then that line that shook the courtroom is that one of, when a Zungu decides to tell the truth, you will faint. So meaning, in my understanding, with general, there's a lot of things that he knows, but because limited when it comes to cross-examination, he's unable to say them. He's unable to tell us all of those things, but Baloyi knows them, and the general keeps dropping some of them. Now, that was not evidence, of course. That was not an answer, of course. That was him warning him. And in that moment, the entire courtroom dynamic changed, because now the state is no longer just questioning. The witness is no longer just responding. This is now a battle of narratives, and narratives that they both know. And now this was dangerous. The moment is dangerous for the state, because the witness is not complying to nonsense. Control is slipping from the state, and now the clean structure of cross-examination is breaking. When it comes to the general, yes, it's not like a general for me, he's avoiding direct answers. He appears combative. And in court, sometimes that thing affects credibility, because judges don't just listen to words, they watch the behavior. We don't know when it comes to Judge Rata, because he's been some type of way for as long as we can remember. Now, this entire exchange comes down to one thing, a missing detail. The alleged claim that Sizwe Sikhumbuzo Zungu was forced to implicate the general is not in the official statement, and that creates a legal problem. If it was true, why isn't it recorded? That would be someone's question. If it wasn't recorded, why is it being raised now? That is where cases collapse, not in drama, but in inconsistencies. Someone else may say it that way. Hang on. How was General going to do that if the person that was taking the statement was Gininda? And he goes on to tell us, I told Gininda about all of this. I told Gininda about all of this. Now, here is the part many people are missing. When a witness starts speaking beyond the question, they start correcting the process. When they start issuing warnings in court, it means the fight is no longer just about the facts. It's about who controlled what, about credibility. It's about survival inside that courtroom. And right now, Baloyi needs to survive these attacks from General. Because at the end of the day, the court is not asking who feels right. The court is asking who can prove it. And when the answers don't match the statements, when the witness refuses to be confined, when the warnings replace evidence, then one question remains, is this truth coming out, or is the moment of the case starting to crack? For me, it's not even about cracking and whatnot. It's about the general confronting Baloyi in an open court and Baloyi not willing to bend. But the bottom line is that he knows the general is not lying. He knows the general is telling the truth. He knows the general is not exaggerating things. He knows the general was there and they consulted and Gininda was there. And Gininda took the statement from the general. And if the statement was going to be adding things about Gininda, do you think Gininda was going to write those things about him? No, he was not going to do that. But I'm proud of the general, the way he handles the entire situation, because right now, no matter what Baloyi can do, the bottom line is that General said his piece. General fought with the system. General dealt with Baloyi. General questioned a lot of things, and General put some of the questions that we had into perspective, because now we got to understand that somehow Zungu was threatened by Gininda. Zungu was under a forceful nature of Gininda. Zungu now comes as someone somewhere, somehow, even if at some point he was a greedy person, or for what you call, in fact, let me not even put it that way. Let me say, as much as he was a greedy person to have promotions, at the same time, it looks like Gininda knew what he was doing. He is the one that went to look for Zungu and put perspective when he said, maybe they had a conversation and then he asked, where are you from? And then when he mentioned Nongoma, he remembered he does know people and there is this case that needs to be solved. And there are ways that he used to do his own things and things got solved. So he was like, I'm going to do the same thing even when it comes to this. Yep. Yeah, Bo. So he tried his ways also in this situation. And now those ways are not helping when it comes to this one, because this one is becoming very dangerous. That is just me. I could be very wrong, but that's the truth, Sanalam. That is the very truth of the case. And now it's not nice when it comes to Gininda. It's not nice when it comes to Baloyi. As much as Baloyi is trying to defend Gininda, hey, aku defendeki kubi ushubile. General is not allowing them to confine him into space. What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I'll see you on our next video. Bye-bye.
Oxygen I need to survive.